We're looking for passive income, that magical unicorn, where you make money while you sleep. It just comes rolling in. You don't even have to work for it. But the fact is that most passive income ideas are geared towards people that already have money, like real estate or investing or peer to peer lending. Those all take money. So, what do people like us, people that don't have money, that are working for their money, what do we do? Because money makes money. It takes money to make money and all that jazz. And that's why the system is set up for the rich people to get richer. And poor people we just got to do physical labor. But there are a few ideas for passive income for people like me and you, but they just don't pay off as big. So I'm trying to find other ways, other streams of income. And there's not a lot, but there are a few. And that's what I wanted to share with you. There are a few ideas. They won't bring in as much money, but they're possibilities. One is, let's say you already have a home. It's not your rental property. It's the property you actually live in. If you have a couple extra rooms, you can rent them out. Okay, that's a possibility. It's not for everyone. I have a lot of people who are like, no, 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 no. I would never do that. I'd never rent my room out and blah, 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 blah. I get it. I do. I understand. It's not for everyone. For some of us, it's a possibility. We have rented out rooms before. It worked out wonderfully. I don't know if we were just fortunate, but we had really good luck. We always rented to people we knew, and it just worked out well for us. We've even thought about renting out the entire house for like 6 months at a time. If we were to go and travel, do the van life thing, which we want to do or thinking about. It's a possibility. That's in the future. We won't talk about that one right now. But then there's also, you can rent out things that you already own. And I think that one's a good idea. That one's a possibility. I see people doing that. Oh, there's people working on the house next door and they're staring right in my window. I didn't even realize that. I wonder if they can see me. I can see you. I think they can see me. Oh, well. They just see me talking to my camera or my phone. But yeah, if things that you already have, like people rent out their RVs, their campers and stuff. I even thought about buying one if I eventually get a little money. That would be a good investment around, summertime. I would consider doing that. So that's a good possibility. And just anything else. I've seen people rent out tools that they have. My husband was a contractor for many years. He has a lot of tools. And I mean, right now he just lends them out to our boys because they have their own homes. But it would be profitable. You could, rent out, he has some expensive tools. Instead of having to go buy it, you could rent them. So that's something to think about. People rent out camera equipment. Things like that. It's something to consider. I've told you guys about YouTube. I know I've heard from a lot of you that it's not for them. It's not going to work for them. Well, then, okay, scratch that one off the board. But if it is for you, and I think it is, I think there's a lot of you that are starting. I've been watching you guys and you're getting your channels up and going. And I see some real possibilities out there. It does take a little while. It takes consistency. It took me, 7, 8 months before I even got monetized. It doesn't happen overnight for everybody. For some people it does. I've seen people get monetized with 5 videos. I hate them people. But, for the rest of us, it takes a little bit more work. Just keep going. Just keep putting your time and effort into it. If you really believe in it and you're really passionate about it, I really think it's going to pay off. So just don't give up. Once you get monetized, then you can do a few things with it. You can do the affiliate program, which is where you make a list of all the things that you buy or use and you list them on your site. And when people go to purchase them off of your site, you get a small commission off of that. And that works really well for people that are, selling like equipment, channels that are geared towards camping, or setting up YouTube channels where they're using cameras and lighting and all that stuff. They're going to make more money. They have a lot more to sell. So once you get to that point, depending on what your niche is, if your niche is about car stuff, you list car stuff on your site and you'll get a percentage when people go to buy it, or music equipment, whatever, crafting supplies, anything like that. I need to work on that. I haven't even started. I've done a few things. I think I put on some beauty products. Nobody's buying them yet, but that's something I need to work further on. Then there's digital products. You can write a book, just an ebook on whether it's on canning, on knitting, on working on cars, on training dogs, whatever. If you write a book and you list it on, on the internet, an ebook, you only do it one time, and then hopefully it sells and you'll make money off that. That would be passive income, and that is definitely a possibility. And you can promote it on your YouTube site. I don't even think you need to have a YouTube site to do that one, but I think, well, I don't know how you promote it. Instagram, Facebook, I don't know. I don't do any of those. TikTok, I need to look into that. I'm not very techno savvy, as you guys know. Okay, so if you don't want to do anything with the whole YouTube thing, I think the YouTube is just, it will introduce you to these other things, and it makes it helpful if you want to do any kind of, if you have a book to sell, any online courses or whatnot, you can advertise it on your YouTube channel, and that would be a passive income. For right now, I don't have big amounts of money to invest in real estate or in stocks. We're learning. My son, he handles that. We don't invest a lot because to us, it's almost like gambling. There's no guarantee, but for the things that are, kind of guaranteed, they don't pay as well, but they still pay. But that's just something that we're learning about. But be careful, because there's a lot of spammers. And once I talk about this, I'm going to get a lot of them in the comments. I get those a lot. And they're like, oh, I can help you. And you can make millions of dollars just like me. And it's like, right. But anyway, so yeah, watch out for them. Then there's things like cashback and reward apps. I haven't had really good luck with those. I've heard some people do. I've tried a few of them. And to me, it wasn't worth my time. That's the same though with coupons. I know a lot of people that did really well with coupons. I always just buy whatever's on sale or what's cheapest. So the coupons are usually for more expensive products. But sometimes they used to, remember, you used to get like double rewards and all that. I don't think they do that as much anymore. So, but that's it. That's all I could find. If you guys know of something else, please leave it in the comments. I'm willing to listen as long as it's not spam. Like I said, most of the ideas for, people like me, like us, don't pay as well yet, but the whole idea is to make some money and then we can invest it as we make more money. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video.